This is Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com, and today I have with me the Samsung U450 Intensity. It is a relatively low-cost QWERTY messaging device. You can see it has a 4-row QWERTY keyboard, number keys, get a dedicated row up top, which means the spacebar gets mixed in with the letter keys at the bottom. Throws off the layout a bit, but you get used to it after a while. Traditional 12-key alphanumeric keypad here. Nice D-pad controller. Buttons for the speakerphone and clear back, as well as call functions and the soft keys. On the left hand edge, a 2.5mm headset port, volume controls, and a proprietary Samsung connector for power and USB. On the right hand edge, there is a speaker independent voice dial button and a camera shutter button for the 1.3 megapixel fixed focus camera on the back. Since the device has a sideways slide-out QWERTY keyboard, the user interface adapts to both different views, and the buttons here and right here are the soft keys. So we can go into the main menu and have a look around and see it's a kind of a bedroom or office motif. You can put on a more traditional looking theme to get to a regular grid of icons, but this is pretty much just a grid of 3x3 icons. They're just a little bit more animated than normal. Pull up the music player. I've got some songs preloaded. There's no background music play on this, but it does sort tracks appropriately, and you can create playlists on the device. You can see as soon as we hit the call in button, takes us back to the home screen and the music stops. Music is only supported through side loading from a computer, so you can use the VCast Music with Rhapsody service, but it's not a 3G device, so there's no over-the-air downloads. The IM client on the device supports AIM, Windows Live Messaging, and Yahoo. There's also mobile email support, although not corporate email, just personal email. I have a Gmail account configured already. Had some problems with that though. The automatic configuration for Gmail totally had everything screwed up. All the server names had .ccom instead of .com. Even the email address was messed up like that. But after some manual tweaking, it comes in okay. But the lack of a 3G connection means the mail client's kind of slow. Even deleting a message can take 5-6 seconds. And there's also no attachment support. You can see attachments, but you can't actually do anything with them. The web browser on the Intensity is quite weak. Even to enter in a URL, it has to go to another web page. And since, again, non-3G connections, this can be kind of slow. And the device has failed on numerous attempts to pull up the MobileBurn web page at all. Even the mobile formatted version says page not found. There's probably quite a few thousand people out there today that beg to differ, though. You can see there's history lookup, but when it does finally come back, it'll give a 404 error for some reason. If you go right on the D-pad, it brings up the My Shortcuts screen, which is user configurable. We'll use this to get to a new text message editor. Put in a phone number here. Hit OK, and we'll get into the text box itself. Keyboard has a bit of a rubbery feel. It's definitely not the nicest keyboard I've ever used. Some of the keys stick a bit. The N key rather doesn't work all that well. You can adapt to it, and it's definitely usable, but it's just not top caliber here. But for a device that retails for $29.99 with a new contract, I suppose that's not to be unexpected. The Samsung Intensity does have VZ Navigator support, also with voice entry. Dairy Queen. It'll find where we're located and then analyze the voice message I just recorded and hopefully show us all the local Dairy Queens, at which point we can map them and get directions. And there they are. And now we can show the map of the closest Dairy Queen in the area. Go into the settings and tools screen just so you can get a look at the user interface a bit. You can notice we can also move left and right to get from one menu to the next. Go into display settings and we'll turn off the office theme and pick a more generic white theme just so you can see what it looks like. It is a fairly normal looking grid of icons in the main menu. So that's our quick look at the new Samsung Intensity for Verizon Wireless. It's $29.99 with a new contract. Keyboard's okay, it's not the best we've used, but it's definitely a messaging centric device. Simple email and text messaging, that kind of thing. Pretty solid build quality. Don't really like the rubbery feel of the QWERTY keys, although the regular keypad's quite nice in general. There is a micro SD card slot for music and of course a 1.3 megapixel camera as well, so not a bad device for the money. And again, that's the Samsung U450 Intensity for Verizon Wireless, and I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.